Welcome! In this playthrough Marvel Champions the card game, we have Black Widow and Captain America teaming up to take on an expert Black Widow. So down at the table for our villain, we have the Black Widow, Scheme of 2, Attack of 2. Spy, when revealed, place 2 threat per player on the main scheme, and the Force Interrupt when a character you control attacks Black Widow, remove a threat from the main scheme. Then discard the top card of the encounter deck and resolve each preparation ability on that card. Starts with 16 health per player, so 32 for this. And then for the main scheme, I'm using the standard and expert cards and aim abduction and aim science. Also for setup, each player searches encounter deck for a minion and puts it into play engaged with them. So for that, I've got the aim scientist coming in with scheme of 0, attack of 2, or attack of 0, health of 2. Surge and vulnerable, so if he gets stunned or confused, it gets discarded. And while the engaged player is engaged with another minion, aim scientist cannot be attacked. Then we've got an aim commando for our other hero. Scheme of 1, attack of 2, 3 health, quick strike, which won't trigger because we're not a hero just yet. And for our heroes, we have Black Widow going with justice, Cap going with aggression. So Black Widow, she's got 2 for thwart, attack, and defense. Response after you trigger the ability of a preparation card you control, deal a damage to an enemy. Hand size of 5, health of 9. Alter ego, got a recovery of 3. Mission prep response after you play a preparation card, draw a card. Goes up to a hand size of 6. Then we have 2 power of justice, arrows, quake, quasar, cipher. Then 3 running interference, 3 clear the areas, then an informant, counterintelligence, intelligence, prism dust, lay the trap, and a spycraft. Then for the basic cards, we've got our 3 dual resources, Machine Man, Ironheart, Endurance, Downtime, and a practice plan. Cap has the same stats, so 2 for thwart, attack, and defense. He can do this all day as an action, discard a card from your hand to ready him. Limit once per round, hand size of 5, 11 health. Recovery of 3, living legend, reduce the cost of the first ally played each round by 1. And setup will go search in our deck and discard pile for a shield upgrade and add it to your hand and shuffle our deck, hand size of 6. Shield gives us +1 defense and retaliate of 1. So we've got 2 power of aggressions, then Sunfire, Spider-Girl, Marvel Boy, Gold Balls, Throg, Bug, then 3 Browbeats, 3 Piercing Strikes, 3 Relentless Assaults, a couple Lion Weights, and a counterattack. And then our basic cards, the 3 dual resources, a downtime, and an endurance. Alright, finish shuffling up our encounter deck. Then we'll check on what our heroes can start with. So for Natasha, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Prism Dust, Quasar, Running Interference, Lay the Trap, Acrobatics, and Eros. Let's see what we have on the board. We'll try those 2 out and discard these 4. Endurance, Winter Soldier, or Gauntlet, and a practice plan. And then for Steve Rogers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Shield Toss, Relentless Assault, Piercing Strike, Power of Aggression. Well, we're pitching those 4. Bug, Fearless Determination, Piercing Strike, and Genius. Then we go looking for our shield. And put that in her hand. And we're ready to get going. All right, we're going to start by bringing out our Gauntlet. As a resource, exhaust it, generate a wild resource for a preparation card. We will go ahead and do that to bring in Attack Acrobatics. It's a hero interrupt attack. When a boost card is turned face up, discard it, cancel the boost icons on that card. Deal a damage to the villain for each boost icon canceled this way. After we play a preparation card, we draw into the Dance of Death. Then we're going to play this for free. If you discard a preparation card you control, we can discard this to return that back to our hand from our discard pile. Then Winter Soldier, cost of 4. Thwart a 2, attack for 2, 4 health. Reduce the cost to play him by 1 for each preparation card you control. So we've got 2 in there, so it costs 2. Because of Steve, he cost 1 less. So we'll discard 1 to bring him into play. And he is going to attack for 2 to get rid of the AIM Scientist. Then we'll flip over and let's see, thwart for 2. Over here we're going to bring in a bug. After our hero makes a basic attack, he'll a damage from him. So attack for 1. Then we'll flip over and attack for 2. Which heals. Then we'll play Fearless Determination. Captain America gets +1 thwart until the end of the phase, and we draw a card. Into Sunfire. And we're going to discard Piercing Strike to ready, so we can thwart for 3. Then we're going to bring in Sunfire. Thwart 1, attack for 2, 2 health. After you play him from your hand, if she had an attachment, we could spend an energy resource to get rid of a hero action or hero response. And we'll go ahead and attack for 2. So attacking, remove a threat. See if we get a preparation card. We do not. So we hit for 2 down to 30. And I'm going to overpay to bring in her shield, giving us +1 defense and retaliate. And end her turn. So we're going to keep Eros, get a Widow's Bite, our Synth Suit, Power of Justice, and clear the area. And over here, Super Soldier Serum, Shield Block, Relentless Assault, Browbeat, and Fearless Determination. Then the other Black Widow gets 2 threat, going to attack here. We will defend, and that's 3, so we're going to do some attack acrobatics. When a boost card is turned face up, discard it, cancel the boost icon, deal a damage to the villain for each boost icon canceled this way, so that's going to be 3 +1 from our ability. So we're going to take nothing and deal 4 to her, so down to 26. And over here, Sunfire is going to jump in front of this one. 4 damage coming in, and he'll go away. And counter cards. Attach Black Widow. She's got her grappling hook. When a player plays an event card, cancel its effects and discard it, then discard this card. And over here, we've been nabbed. Revealed, if Abduct Superhumans is not in play, find it and put it into play. All right. It's near the bottom, so it found its way to the top. All right. Discard cards from the top of your deck until an ally is discarded. Tuck it under. Abduct Superhumans, place threat equal to its cost, and an acceleration token on Superhumans. And then this, it's put in play so the surge doesn't trigger. When an ally leaves play, tuck it under here, place threat here equal to its cost, then place an acceleration token. When defeated, put each ally tucked here into play under its owner's control. So it comes in with 4. And now we know it's getting an acceleration. And see how far we need to go to find, oops, Spider Girl. So 2 more threat. Then we pass first player. All right, Cap, Fearless Determination, gets +1 thwart until the end of the phase, and we're going to draw a card into a Browbeat. Then we will thwart for 3, and then discard a Browbeat to ready, and thwart for 3 more to take care of that. And Spider Girl comes into play. Thwart 1, attack for 2/2 health. After you play her from your hand, stunned and confused, but we didn't exactly play her from her hand, so she's just coming into play. Then we're going to play Super Soldier Serum, exhaust it to generate a physical resource, using those 2 to pay for it. And Bug will thwart for 1. And Spider Girl's going to attack, which removes a threat. And attach this card to Black Widow. Gains Retaliate. After a character you control attacks Black Widow, if no preparation ability was resolved, discard this card. All right, we did 2, but in the process got beat up. All right, so over here, we are going to bring in our Synth Suit, giving us +1 defense, hero response. After you trigger the ability of a preparation card you control, exhaust the Synth Suit to ready Black Widow. Then we're going to use that for Widow's Bite. After a minion enters play, discard this, deal 2 damage to that minion, and stun it. Then he's going to thwart for 2. And that's going to be it. Cap's going to keep his shield block, get a Lion Weight, Power of Aggression, Heroic Strike, and a counterattack. Over here, Cypher, Ironheart, Dance of Death, Widow's Bite, and a Spycraft. So start with 2 threat. Attacking over here. We're going to take it, so it's a base 3, 4, 5. Actually, that was a mistake. Oh well. I think it's too late now. We're going to play this, but it gets canceled, which gets rid of the grappling hook. And we take 5 damage, down to 6. But we did retaliate. And then attacking over here, Winter Soldier is going to defend and save her day. Then encounter cards, discard an upgrade or support you control. Oh no. I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose that. Tough choice. Yep, it's going to be our shield for a little bit. And over here, the villain schemes. So that's going to be 2, just 2. and pass first player. So over here, I'm going to bring in Spycraft. Play only if you control a spy character, which we are. When you reveal an encounter card, discard it, cancel the effects of that card and discard it. Then reveal another from the encounter deck. Then we're going to bring in Ironheart. Thwart a 1, attack a 1/2 health. After you play from your hand, draw a card. Into a safe house, which is kind of nice to have. Or do I want a second Widow's Bite in play? Going to discard our safe house to put in another Widow's Bite. Then thwart for 2 and thwart for 1. Cap is going to attack. No, he's not. Well, he is, just a little differently. Going in with a heroic strike, deal 6 damage to an enemy. If you paid for this card using a physical resource, stun that enemy. So we remove a threat. Look for preparation. We did not find one, which means that gets discarded. After the character, after resolving and retaliate. So we are still getting retaliated on. But we did 6 damage down to 17. And stunning. Oh, what am I doing here? We needed the physical. I'm going to keep that card in hand. Use that as the third resource. Then we're going to thwart for 2. Discard a card to ready. Flip over and heal for 3. Up to 8. And end her turn. Don't know why I flipped that over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Found our apartment, gold balls, browbeat, our other serum, throg, and our helmet. If only we knew where we threw our shield. And over here, running interference, clear the area, downtime, quake, and genius. 4th threat goes on. Goes to attack here, lose stun, scheming over here for 2, 3, 4. So we're up to 10. Encounter cards. Surge, when revealed, exhaust your identity. We're going to throw that away and get a different one, which will do a damage. And use that one to put this back in our hand, which will do another damage. And hope this isn't worse. All right, they're abducting superhumans again. So we're going to go find that. Discard until we find an ally. Machine Man goes over there. We get an acceleration 4 because of that, and 2 because of Machine Man. And then over here, oh no, attacking us. Oh, we flipped over and healed. What was I doing? So an alter ego gains surge. 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 Attached to your identity. Attached character cannot attack. Hero action. Exhaust the character you control. Discard this card. Any player may trigger this ability. With a stun net. Alright. Then pass first player. Well, first we're going to use this as a resource to bring in our apartment. It's an alter ego action. Exhaust this. Draw a card and heal a damage. So we got Marvel Boy and up to 9 health. First ally played is going to be one cheaper. I'm going to bring in Marvel Boy. Afraid to use him because I still need to find my shield again. 4 to 0, attack of 2, 2 health. When he attacks, spend a physical resource, gains piercing and ranged. Then we'll flip over and be a hero. Then we will exhaust bug to discard this card. Then we will thwart for 2. Discard a card to ready, thwart for 2 more. Then we're going to bring in our other super soldier serum. And attack, which will remove a threat from there. Look for preparation, not find one. Good job. And do 2 damage. Marvel Boy to the rescue. Then over here, thwart for 2. Which will get rid of this again. Alright, Machine Man, thwart a 1, attack a 1, 3 health. When he attacks or thwarts, spend up to 3 resources of any type. He gets +1/+1 for each resource spent this way. Then we will use that to bring in Spycraft. Then we'll do some running interference. We are an Avenger. Remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Remove X additional threat from the main scheme to a max of 3, where X is equal to the villain stage number, which is 2. So 2 + 2. Get 4 of that out of there. Then we're going to bring in Quake. Thwart 1, attack for 2, 2 health. After minion schemes, exhaust her to deal 2 damage to that minion. Attacking, which removes 1, and place a threat on each scheme. So we got rid of 1 and we put it right back, but we did 2 damage. And then Machine Man is just going to thwart for 1. And Ironheart is going to watch. Alright, ending her turn. Shield Toss, Strike, well, Heroic and Piercing, and Agent 13. Then we get an encounter card, do some shuffling to get 1 more card. Will it be our shield? Nope, another strike. Then over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Running interference, strength, our other gauntlet, and a couple, well, in preparations, informant and intelligence. And this widow puts 4 threat out, goes to attack. He should have a damage on him. He's going to defend and go on vacation. Then attacking over here, Ironheart will defend. And go on her separate vacation. Encounter cards. Oh, we're man out of time. Give to Steve Rogers. You may flip to alter ego form. We will. We've got a choice. Exhaust to remove this from the game or discard half our cards. We will exhaust to remove Man Out of Time from the game. And then got an aim soldier, scheme of 1, attack of 2, 3 health. Patrol, when revealed, find the aim scientist, put it into play, engage with you. If it's already in play, engages you. If it did not enter play this way, place a threat on the main scheme. Have we... Is he still here? Yep. From there. And then attack acrobatics. If you're in alter ego form, change to hero form. Black Widow attacks you. Give her an additional boost card for this attack. All right. So then Quake, we'll jump in front of this one. I should have been doing this on those guys. Well, the scientist was the last one to come in. But I guess I do have additional information. So 2 boosts, 5 damage. 3 of our allies went on vacation, and we pass first player. All right, so Black Widow, running interference. This will remove 4 threat from the main. Then we're going to bring in our other Widow's Gauntlet and use it to bring in an informant. When a minion schemes, discard it. This activation removes threat instead of placing it. Then we'll go into the soldier for 1 and 2. All right, we're going to check our apartment out. Draw a card and heal up to 10. And we've got a piercing strike. Flip over, discard that to ready. Actually, stay there just a second. First ally is 1 cheaper, so we use those 2 to bring in Agent 13. After she enters play, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Thwart of 2, attack of 1 and 3 health. And then thwarting for 2. Then we flip over, discard a card to ready. And swing for 2, which will heal Bug. So Bug will attack. There's no threat, so that doesn't trigger. Down to 10. Then we'll do a heroic strike. Deal 6 damage to an enemy. If you paid for this card using a physical resource, which we have, stun that enemy. So down to 4. And stunned. And end your turn. All right. Frog, Relentless Assault, Genius, Lion Weight, and a shield toss. If we only had a shield, 2 toss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got Energy, Grappling Hook ×2, Power of Justice, and Covert Ops. And we went through our deck, so we get another encounter card. Okay. All right, Black Widow puts 4 threat out. Goes to attack, lose stun. Goes to attack. Machine Man decides he'll jump in front for Cap. And he didn't make it. 4 damage came his way. Then we get encounter cards. Mad Science. Hinder 2 per player. Each aim minion gains an acceleration token. So 2 for 6 threat. Let's see. Attack the ally you control with the most remaining hit points under Abduct Superhumans. Otherwise, place 2 threat on Abduct Superhumans. If it's not in play, find it and put it into play. Bummer. Get ready to shuffle my discard pile. All right, so that gets 4 threat. Then we're going to deal 2 damage to that and stun it. And that's going to allow us to deal the damage down to 3 and get this hair out of the way. Don't want to kill it. I don't think so. All right. All right. We've got an aim grunt. Schema 1, attack of 1, 5 health, and guard. And we'll do 2 damage and stun it. And with her ability, we'll put 1 more up here. And pass first player. Okay, we will thwart for 2. Going to Brigand Frog. Thwart 1, attack 2/2 health. After he enters play, give him a tough status card. Actually, I'm not using those to pay for him. I'm going to use Genius. Gets a tough status card if we're engaged with a minion, which we are. Then we use those to pay for a Relentless Assault, dealing 5 damage to a minion. We paid with physical resources, so it gains Overkill. So 3 will finish this off. 2 breaks through, which is enough to defeat Black Widow. So now we're placing 3 threat per player on the main scheme, so 6. And the character you control, same stuff going on. 40 health. Then we will thwart for 2. Discard a card to ready to thwart for 2. And Bug will thwart for 1. And over here, we're going to do some covert ops. Remove 4 threat from a scheme and confuse the villain. Then use both of those to bring in a grappling hook. When you reveal treachery, discard grappling hook, cancel the effects of that treachery, and discard it. And I think that's going to be your turn. Actually, no, we're going to flip over. All right, we'll keep that grappling hook. Running interference, Dance of Death, Practice Plan, Quasar, and Eros. And discard Fearless Determination, Sunfire, Shield Block, Browbeat, and Power of Aggression. All right, we're going to add 4, 5, 6. Then attacking over here, Throg will defend for a base 2, 5, lose tough. Goes to scheme over here, loses that. He schemes for 1. We're up to 10. Counter cards. You are stunned and take a damage. All right, so that's her version of Widow's Bite. Wasn't fun. And then her version of the Gauntlets, giving her Retaliate. After a character you control attacks, if no preparation ability was resolved, discard this card. And pass first player. Okay, so we're going to exhaust those two to bring in our other grappling hook, which will let us draw a card into Intelligence. Then we will flip over. Run some interference, removing, she's level 3, so that's going to be 5 threat from the main scheme. Then we'll bring in arrows. After you play them from your hand, confuse a minion for each mental. That's going to be 0. Thwart for 2, attack for 1, and 2 health. So thwarting for 2, take that down to 3. Then we will attack for 2. Well, that guy's stunned, but it's still adding that. That's annoying. Thwart for 2. Then over here, Fearless Determination, giving us +1 thwart, and we draw a card. Then we will thwart for 3, and have Bug thwart for 1. Then we're going to spend 2 to bring in Sunfire. Thwart 1, attack for 2, 2 health. After you're playing from your hand, spend an energy resource. We're going to use a wild to make that energy. Choose an attachment with the text Hero Action or Hero Response. And discard it. Then discard a card to ready and thwart for 3. And then Sunfire can attack freely for 2, down to 38. Oh, when Sunfire came in, someone needed to go. Sorry, Bug. And that will end her turn. We will keep the shield block over here. Spider Girl, Relentless Assault, Gold Balls, and Fearless Determination. And Black Widow, Downtime, Ironheart, clear the area. A Safe House and Strength. Now we're getting 6 threat. Goes to attack over here. Arrows had a damage on him. Defends. And goes away. That guy loses stunned. Then attacking over here. Sunfire defends. And goes away. And counter cards, we get one here. Get an acceleration and shuffle. And then Cap's got one coming to him. All right. Patrol, find the AIM scientist, put him engaged with you. He's definitely coming in. Got nothing to deal with that. He was hiding out at the bottom. But now he's front and center. Okay. And over here, let me just make sure. Yep. Villain attacks you. Definitely legit. Agent 13 defends. 5 damage. Thank you, Agent. Then we pass first player. All right, Fearless Determination. +1 thwart till the end of the phase, and we draw a card. Found a Heroic Strike. So we will attack to get rid of stunned. Use those for Relentless Assault, 5 damage with Overkill. Take out this soldier, which will put 2 over there. And Throg will attack for 2. And then Cap with a Heroic Strike, deal 6. We've got a physical in here to deal 6 and stun that enemy. So down to 30. Oh, and his attack would have triggered gaining Retaliate. So everything else still went through. Black Widow, bringing in Ironheart so we can draw a card. Getting some Prism Dust. And then thwarting for 1. And thwarting for 2. Then we'll clear the area, remove 2 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last, draw a card. Endurance. Going to use that for some Prism Dust. After minion enters play, discard it, confuse that minion, and deal 2 damage to it. Then we're going to bring in Endurance for ourselves to give us +3 hit points. So up to 12. And that's going to be your turn. One, two, three, four, 5. Browbeat ×2, some energy, our helmet. And then our Winter Soldier, Dance of Death, Attack Acrobatics, Counter Intelligence, and some Covert Ops. Now we're getting 5 threat to start with. Goes to attack, lose stun. 6. Went to attack Cap, lost stun. Going to attack over here for 3. Ironheart jumps in the way. And back on vacation, I think is where she was at. And then attacking for 0. Counter cards. Abduct Superhumans, Surge. Seen that plenty of times. And then we've got an aim grunt, the guard and 5 health, and do we want to do that? Sure we do. We're going to confuse and do 2 damage to it, which allows us to do a damage somewhere else. And then automated defenses. Each encounter card without the printed preparation ability gains preparation, deal damage to the attacking character. So it comes in with 5. And pass first player. All right, preparation cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Winter Soldier, reduce the cost of playing by 1 for each prep you have, so free. Scheme or thwart of 2, attack of 2. We will get to work on this. And take that out of there. Then we're going to do some covert ops, move 4 threat from a scheme, and confuse the villain. So confused, moving 4 from there. Then Throg, we'll go after that. And attack for 2. Discard a card to ready to attack for 2. Use those for a browbeat to attack her. It's going to remove a threat. And then the preparation after this attack, attach this card to the attacking character. Attach your, we can no longer attack. But at least this goes through, so that's going to be 2 plus 3, so 5 damage. Down to 24. But unfortunately, I was hoping to attack again. So let's see. I'm going to flip over, use our apartment to heal 1 and draw a card into a relentless assault. And that's going to end her turn. So we'll keep those 2, discard those 2. Strength, piercing strike, Founder Shield, and we've got a shield block. And over here, Cipher, clear the area, Genius, running interference, and clear the area. All right, so 4, 5, 6, so we're up to 11. Goes to attack here. We will defend. So it's 3, goodness, 6. We've got a defense of 3, so we're taking 3. Down to 9. Then attacking for 0. Goes the scheme over here, loses that. And encounter cards. Find the aim scientist. He's already in play, so he did not enter play, so we place a threat on the main scheme. And over here, the villain schemes for 3, 4, 5. And we pass first player. Going to use our apartment to heal 1 and draw a card into a counter attack and shuffle. All right. So flip over, exhaust to take care of the stun net. Then we're going to do a piercing strike, dealing 3 damage to an enemy to get rid of the aimed soldier. Then use that. Bring your shield in play. Then use that for a little retaliation for counter attack. After you take damage from an enemy attack, discard this to deal an equal amount of damage back. Then discard a card to ready and thwart for 2. And over here, we're going to attack for 2. Get rid of the scientist. Then run interference to remove 5 threat from the main scheme. Then we're going to bring in Cypher. Thwart 1, attack 1, 2 health. After he attacks and damages a confused enemy, draw a card, but he's just going to thwart for 1. You know what? Instead of thwarting for 1, he's attacking for 1. It still removes 1. And no preparation, so that goes away, but still retaliates. And he did a damage. And that's your turn. We'll keep our resources, piercing strike, browbeat, and a relentless assault. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quake, lay the trap, power of justice, attack acrobatics, and running interference. And that's not good when both of us are going to have 2 encounter cards, and we're going to end up at 15 threats. All right. Now 6, 7, 16 threat. I think that's right. 9 plus 7 is 16. Yes, math. Goes to attack over here. We are just going to take it for 3. Down to 7. Retaliate for 1 since we have our shield. Really don't know if that's worth it for just 3. Okay, attacking over here. We're going to defend for 3, and we're fine with that. So encounter cards. First one, you are stunned, take a damage. Down to 6. And then surge and reveal the top card in the encounter deck. The villain attacks you. That's not good. I think we'll defend this time for 3, so we're fine, and retaliate. And then if you're in alter ego form, change to hero form, Black Widow attacks you, giving her additional boost. So we're getting attacked again. We've got 6 health. I think Winter Soldier says, I'll save you. And that's going to be taking him out. Okay. Then over here, we are going to do our grappling hook. New reveal treachery, discard this, cancel the effects of that treachery, and discard it, which will do a damage. And then you are confused, Black Widow schemes. We're going to do the same thing again. Down to 19. Then pass first player. Oh yes. We did some preparation stuff so we can ready. All right, we're going to run some interference to remove 5 threat from the main scheme. Thwart for 2. Goes down to 9. Then we're going to bring in Quake. Thwart 1, attack for 2, 2 health. After minion schemes, exhaust her to deal 2 damage. Come in and attack, which removes a threat. No preparation, so we do the 2 damage. Discard a card to ready. Use those for a piercing strike to get rid of stunned. Go in for an attack for 5, which removes no preparation, down to 12. Then thwart for 2. And I'm afraid to flip over. So ending her turn, we'll keep the energy, gold balls, relentless assault, throg, and a heroic strike. And over here, downtime, machine man, widow's bite, a practice plan, and dance of death. So 7 threat takes us up to 12. Attacking over here, we're going to defend. 2, 3, 4 damage coming in. We take 1. Then attacking over here, we're going to defend. For 3, we're fine. Retaliate for 1. And then encounter cards. The villain schemes. We're going to try to get a different card with a spycraft, which does a damage. So that gets discarded, and we draw into the abduction one. So we find that side scheme. And we're going looking for an ally. We found one. So 7 threat. 4 plus the 3 for him. And an acceleration. And a Widow's Gauntlet, giving her Retaliate 1. Okay. All right, we're going to use these 2 and that for a Heroic Strike. So that's an attack going in, removes a threat, and place a threat on each scheme. But we did the 6 damage from 10, so down to 4. And stunned. Ability. And we got retaliated on. Down to 5. Then we're going to bring in gold balls. 4-1, attack of 1, 3 health. When he attacks, discard up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. He gets plus X attack for this attack, where X is the number of cards discarded this way. And when a character you control, forced interrupt. Alright, attacking. Dealing damage to each character you control. 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. And that is enough to take down Black Widow. So Gold Balls was able to do it. Dance of Death would have definitely been interesting, because that would have been 3 different attacks on her. But we definitely had ways to finish her if Gold Balls couldn't. So that was Black Widow, Natasha, and Captain America against an expert Black Widow. As always, hope you enjoyed this playthrough, so please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.